Also, that is way too high. Whoops. Let's tilt that a little bit downwards. That's better. Hi, guys. Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Normally I'd be doing art stuff and things, but I don't feel like it today, so... making tiny sock instead. Also, Cosmic Kimbap. Hello! Oh, it has been a while. I hope you're well. Like I said, here doing tiny socks. I'm running a bit behind, and I think I might also, not do the full 3 hours today. We will see. More than likely not, but we will see. I hope you guys are doing well. Also, Shannon, thank you again for that resub. And let me actually... I know I have my pen in there, because I saw my pen in there. Where is it? There it is. I need to spin the wheel, which is a thing I do for subs and resubs. Hey Jane, how goes? Spinning the wheel because resub time, so let me go find the button and then amass the wheel briefly. There it is. I had to go help my brother with virtual school stuff, so I had to push back the start of stream time today. Alright, and... oh, I didn't do that, did I? Crap. Let's see... okay, it's 1,000 floofs, so I only need 1 sub-square color from you. So that works for me. I really do appreciate that resub a lot. Let's see. So hide wheel, that's 1,000, so let's give you that floof, and then I can get started. How goes your Wednesday so far, Jane? Where is the damn currency? There it is.
This is, excuse me, a damn fine coffee.
Come on. There. Let's see. And no, I don't want to add an user. I want to add floof. Do somebody. There we go. Alright. I suspect Shannon's something I figured. I was literally about to say she probably wants neon or something of that facsimile. So that works for me. I figured. Right as I was about to say it. So that works for me. That's very much appreciated. I'm pretty sure I should be getting my payout this month, so every little bit helps because given the whole no more ads for commercials thing, I am probably not going to be getting payouts as frequently. Which is unfortunate, but not surprised. So I'm just making a second of this sock I have here, which I had started doing the sock with this as the main color. Basically you can't do watch ads for bits. I could still do the pre-roll ads, so it stops doing the pre-roll ads for like half hour. Which is why I've started doing like 1.5-minute commercials during the break instead of a minute, so just a half minute more, so just 30 more seconds. But yeah, I think they've pretty much discontinued the watching ads for bits thing, which is very much obnoxious. But yeah, so basically this sock, I'm not really? I had it on my main account, and then it was like, no, and then basically made another account for that so I can give people bits, because I'm not buying bits from Twitch. They can go fuck themselves in that regard. is how I feel about that. I don't got money for that sort of thing. So basically, other than, you know, very occasional tip, it was usually if I get gifted a sub or sub and channel, it's usually about, mainly it was just me getting bits was the main way I could, you know, help support people, which I know pretty much enough people are like, as long as you're here, which that also includes me. As long as you're here, it's fine. You're not required to give me money. It gets kind of annoying. Because that sort of thing helps with, you know, shipping stuff and things. Oh, also, before I got started, my friend showed up after stream, a little while after stream yesterday to give me, presents. Birthday present, late birthday presents. One of them being, you know, one of those, travel yarn things? Which, is it here? It's somewhere around here. Unless I shoved it. Oh, it's right there in front of my feet. That would help. Those things you see on Amazon where you basically travel. You put a whole bunch of yarn and travel around with it. She got me one of those. I was like, you are... This is way too big to lose. And literally, I still have the bag. There's no way I'm losing that. Like, the bag it came in. Also, that plus... one of these candles, which I hadn't heard of. I think this is a Canadian company. Basically, it's a nice giant candle. Also, hi, Caledon. Giant candle, which, if you melt it for a bit, apparently there's surprise jewelry in there. I haven't melted it yet. In the middle of it. Which, if you check their website, I think it's charmedaroma.co. Yeah, I have not heard of him. This thing is a bit hefty. This is 12 ounces a candle. So, yeah. And it actually smells like... It smells like sweet pea, sort of? And got 2 vials of... What? Seriously? Are you serious? Yeah, I don't like candles terribly much, which I told my friend, but I like them. So, at some point I want to see if I can, you know, like this for at least a little bit. But it's a soy wax. Dear God, I can barely say that name. F22 Wrapped? I think. Tiny baby sock. Second tiny baby sock, but I was just showing everybody here, late birthday presents I got to see my friend. They messed up. I would think so! You get to buy controllers and they give you vitamin C. That's putting it mildly. But yeah, so that's what I got. And I'm glad I got to see her. It's been a stupid long time since I've seen her in person. Or great marketing. Well, if you pay for something else, and I'm pretty sure you could pay a lot less for vitamin C in the store. Or even online if you want to. Either way. But yes, very small baby sock. Which these are going to be fraternal just because I don't think I have enough of this color to do a second sock. I had started it and it was most of the way through the leg and I was like, I don't think it's going to make it. So, yeah. Also, let's move this down. But yeah, how you doing? Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Normally I do art today, but I don't feel like it today, so here I am with Tiny Baby Sock. Which I was gonna work on this after stream anyway, so it doesn't matter. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, and 17, 18. Pull that through. We're off the boo. But yeah, there also might be art when I get off stream because I'm basically doing like some watercolor cards in these current packages, which I already started sketching them out last night. So I'll probably be doing that off stream. I was gonna do that during stream today, but then I was like, I don't feel like waiting for stuff to dry on stream. So off stream it is. Alright. Couple more stitches. And then it will be ribbing time. I'm planning to stay on until about 4, so literally a little over 2 hours, so shorter stream than usual. But since I went over a bit yesterday. Five, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. Only that cost me $25 total. Ah, so they're pretty cheap. Fountain code that lets me use them on the PC. Oh, that works out well. Also, this tail is stupid long, but oh well. I don't feel like casting on again. Come on. Okay, why are we doing that? There we go. Which, to note, this is going to be the last of the baby socks, at least that I send off in this package. So that'll be a thing. And knit, purl, knit, purl. Okay, is this hard to see or is it just me? Yeah, I'll have to turn the gain down. Configure video. Turn the gain down a bit. There. I'm just having a little bit of a hard time seeing. Just because this yarn is gray. Also, it's supposed to rain today, so not as much sunlight coming in here. So I'm gonna have to rely more on my LED lamp hanging out here for today. Which is why I was considering doing the art today, but meh. Also, if anybody... Oh, that also reminds me, I should open the thing. If anybody has checked out the channel points thing, I've added a new thing you guys can use your channel points on. Blanket or 4. Initial embroidery piece going up, feeling edging into carpal tunnel. Oh no, yeah, I might want to take a break. Definitely sounds like it might be a good time for a break. Is there any non-hand intensive stuff that you have going on you could mitigate your attention to for the time being to give your hands at least some semblance of a break? Come on. Okay. I thought I did it wrong. I would have been incorrect. It's always starting off on these that it always feels like it takes forever. Although, it's probably more so given the fact that I'm watching like several stuff at once because, you know, this is how streaming works. That makes it slow it down just a wee bit. Come on. Come on. And the last 2 stitches in this beginning round. It's gonna be a couple of rounds of ribbing, which this is 36 stitches, so not gonna take forever. Like I put. I am one to talk, I have a sweater hanging out on the needles from like months ago. Shawl still in progress. I need to get back on that commission thing. Well, 2 commission things I need to work on. What else? Yeah, that's about it in projects for right now. Normally I would have like 1 or 2 more, unless you count that half granny square shawl that I have laying around for when I want to work on something. Come on. Please go through the stitch, I beg of you. There it is. Which, if anybody's curious, I'm using my size 1s on this. Also, I didn't pick up my scissors. Although I think I have scissors in here. Possibly. And knocking everything over. Let's see. Do I have spare scissors in here? Oh, I do. Having tail that long is gonna be distracting. There. That's better. But when it's long enough, you can usually confuse it with the tail sometimes and knit it into your thing, which is very unhelpful, also very annoying. Oh no. What Microsoft Word do now? Also, what version of Microsoft Word are we talking about here? What do I have? I think I have like 2014 or so. Which version of Word do I have? I don't even know anymore. But I know it's relatively recent. It's not the latest version, but recent enough. So when is the last time I've opened Microsoft Word for anything? It's been a while. Amusing. A friend of mine uses OpenOffice, the same one I was discussing yesterday with the chicken. He uses OpenOffice. I have schedules that are tables inserted into, and whenever I delete something, it keeps jumping into another page on top of. Oh, yeah. It does that sometimes. It's weird. Yeah, going from Microsoft work pays for it. Okay, that helps. As long as it's not you paying for that. Mine is basically from college, given I have access to their software thing. So I can get that free if I feel the need to. Yeah, but there's not terribly much difference between OpenOffice and Microsoft Word. Like, I feel like maybe slight difference in how it behaves in certain ways, but other than that, not really. Hi, all crafty. How are you? I am making fraternal tiny sock. I don't feel like doing the art stuff right now, at least not on stream. Might do it off stream. Not the greatest today, but I'm trucking along. No worries, I figured it might be worth given the time. Come on, don't do that. I'm running it. Oh no! Oh no! Ugh. If in 15 minutes it wouldn't be that bad, but 15 minutes ago. Oh no. You can do it! Which, once these are done, if I don't think I'll get through the entire sock on stream today. Might do some weaving in events. More than likely I won't finish this on stream, given especially this is cabling. But likes me and knows me, I have some grace here. Okay, that works. It works. I know some people are like, Oh, so that might be the friend who's texting. Yes, I'm well aware. I'm about to sneeze. Called it. Ugh. There we go. And but yeah, there is something to be said about your boss not being an asshat. So there's that. I think like 1 or 2 more rounds of this and I can start doing stuff to set up for the cables. One, two, three, four. Yeah, 2 more rounds. Nope. So I am probably gonna have to start making pumpkin keychains soon. Soon, or if not soon enough, given, you know, September's just around the corner, so therefore, you know, October is like right there, right after that, so I'll probably need to start doing that soon enough. Although it's gonna be definitely a different color than the ones I currently have in my shop, given I don't have any more of those. So I have to figure out what color that'll be. I was thinking, hear me out. I know this will be a shock, but purple. But I have a bunch of colors because acrylic, so I can certainly debate, or at least maybe even put out a poll, which I'm thinking about, if not in the Etsy shop, might be in the Ko-fi shop, making like a Ko-fi exclusive thing in there. Also, yeah, it's starting to dim a bit. I need to grab that thing, plug this into... Come on. Plug this into... Ugh. That's great. Anyway. Last round of not one by one. 1 by 1, I'd be complaining. 2 by 2 ribbing. And then get onto the cables. Which, for anybody who doesn't know, I hate 1 by 1 ribbing. 1 by 1 ribbing makes me angry. Oh, so it was dimming the entire time. Interesting. There. And... Oh, so the only reason why I don't get more of this, because this is one of my bit of chroma stash that I have discontinued. This one, I think, yeah, this is the one I have the least of that particular color, which this is Lakefront. Which honestly is not one of my favorites. I don't hate it, but it's like, I'm just like meh about it. But some areas it does look pretty. Which I wish I had gotten my hands on some of those colors of Chroma Twist and the sock weight before they stopped making it. Which makes me sad. It was pretty. Although, it does split, so I can totally understand the people who didn't like it, where they came from. It does split sometimes, but if you're aware, it is perfectly fine yarn to be using. Come on. There we go. Let's compare it to other sock. Which, yeah, that should be about where I proceed to start cabling. Which, you think this is a bit small, but it's just because cables tend to cinch in the fabric of a sock, which is why I didn't do a cable on the backside like I normally would. To allow for some leeway. Alright. And one, two, three, four, five. Nope. Let's double make sure that's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And where'd my... Okay. I was about to be like, where'd the music go? Really? Not pressing anything. Hello? Did that bit just go randomly silent or something? It says it's playing. Let's move it forward a little bit and see if that helps. Okay, yeah, it must just be a weird bit in the track, maybe. I have the music playing through my Streamlabs bot, and it usually does not give me terribly much in the way of trouble. Unless, you know, if Streamlabs is broken. Also, I should check if that needs to update. It is not updated in quite some time. Like, I can't remember the last time Streamlabs got updated. I'm not even sure if it was this sometime this year, which it's possible it did, I just don't remember that, or, you know, even the whole my computer was basically out of commission from December onwards. I would have no real idea. Come on. There. Basically, front here for a couple of rounds, we're just gonna knit knits and purl the pearls, and then cable the 7th time around. And basically continue until I hit where I want to be for the heel. Do set heel, and then go back to doing that all the way down the foot until I hit the toe. Or where I want to start the toe. For this second sock here. Also, given I'm using this for the heel, whatever's left, it will be a Hexie Puff. A Hexie Puff blanket. Which, my Hexie Puffs are gonna be a large amount of greens, blues, and purples. Pretty much, which is kind of hilarious. And makes me highly amused. But I know what I like, so makes sense. I mean, yes, there'll be some odd colors out, like some spot of like reds and orange here and there. I don't think I have yellow. Well, actually, no, I take that back. I have yellow yarn. Poppy Fields. Whoops. Pressed too hard. That was my fault. But yeah, Poppy Fields. Stroll Tonal. Which is probably the only time I ever really have liked a yellow, honestly. Yellow is not one of those colors I truly enjoy terribly much, although yellow is, you know, a complementary color to purple. If you're into color theory and all that, they do work together, but yeah, not colors I tend to pair together personally. Okay, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to rest my hand on this thing. At least if I can. I'll have to make sure I don't put my full weight on there. Also, let me put my sub book back, because I don't think that'll be in use the rest of the day. Unless stuff happens, which that does happen every so often, but I suspect it's highly unlikely. And speaking of subs, I doubt it's gonna happen unless I get ridiculously lucky, but wanted to see if we can get to the unlocking the last tier 1 emote spot. But again, not something I believe is gonna be highly likely this year, but hoping it's possible. But I totally don't mind if that doesn't happen. We have 4 spots. I could always just switch out emotes. Plus, given the whole follower emotes thing is gonna be a thing later this year, plus the animated ones, that'll certainly give me a bit more wiggle room to deal with. Third time around. Uh-oh. Yeah, I must have pulled on this a little too tightly the last time I went around. I just need this to come up here. There it is. Okay, OBS, how about we don't do that today? You've been nicely behaved. I don't want to see any of this red square of death right now. Please and thank you. Come on, don't do that. What are you guys up to today? I have not been up to terribly much. Oh, so I have not had tea this week, have I? No, I have not yet. I can certainly have some today. And let's see what that alert's about. Okay. Nothing pressing. Alright. Oh, so for anybody who happens to look at my Ko-fi page, I'm gonna be adding tiers because there's a membership tier thing that I got early access to that I'm gonna see how that works out. Which it's basically the same thing as Patreon, which it's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing. I might do the same stuff. Ooh, migraine! Because mostly... But yeah, I'm glad it's mostly gone. Migraines are terrible. Yeah, it's basically gonna be the same thing as Patreon with it. So basically, if you feel like paying for a certain tier, like, with my Patreon, I have a $1 tier, which I'm also gonna probably put a $1 tier for the membership thing on Ko-fi. I'm thinking 1, 5, and... 1, 5, and 10, but I'm still playing around with prices, nothing terribly high. I had the wallpaper tier on my Patreon, but I just took that down just because it's been terribly hard to keep up with that, with it, given everything. So I am pondering just, you know, doing that at random and, you know, putting that up as bonus things for subs in the Discord, and then, you know, having it in the Ko-fi shop as, you know, a thing you can buy. Which that's pretty much how I've proceeded so far. Because doing that every month has not worked out for me. Which is very irritating, but... yeah. I mean, don't have anyone on there, but it's like, I very much would rather not be so consistently behind. It drives me nuts. I don't like being behind. I don't like backlog. Those are things that very much make me annoyed. Also, this 5th or 6th round. I think this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so next round is cable round. Alright. Although, it actually is about break time. Also, other than migraine, how are you doing, Amber? Hopefully you're having a good Wednesday. Especially, now that seems to be mostly gone. The migraines suck. Do, 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 do. Yeah, normally I'd be doing art stuff today, but I am not feeling it today. My body is not my biggest fan at the moment, so I was like, let me just at least do some crafting. So I am here with Tiny Sock, which this is Fraternal Tiny Sock because I don't have enough of this to do the sock in the color I want to. I'm different. That's fair. Plus yesterday I played games, so yeah, it works. I played some Stardew and also Where Sock Go. Words on stream. I am way too fond of that game. But yeah, so wee little baby cable sock. Alright. With that, I'm gonna take my break for today because it's like, thank you. Yeah, that's why it has to be fraternal. So basically the gray is for the majority and then you'll get this color as the heel instead. Which I can't get more because this is discontinued yarn. Specifically, this is Nitpick, Chroma Twist, and Lakefront colorway. So, yeah, I'm just doing it in reverse. Mainly because I don't feel like frogging an entire sock. Even if it's a tiny baby sock. So, yeah. I'm gonna go take my break. Yeah. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. I was gonna say 5 to 10, but I was like, no. 10 minutes. Stretch and so on, and then I will work on this. I might stay on a little bit past 4, if you need longer, take it. Fair. Probably shouldn't, because it's not been that hard. Because literally, I just casted it on, and it's about to be the first cable here, so not terribly much going on in this past hour. But yeah, I will be back. Feel free to play Plinko if you'd like. There am I. Thank you. This. Oh, I almost forgot water. I didn't have any. I should have refilled this thing, but I didn't get the chance because the sink was occupied. I haven't. Which, by the way, this is not an Apple Watch. By the way, this is one of those things I got off of a Amazon for Android type phone. But it's certainly something I could do because I've seen them on Pinterest, so it's certainly possible. Also, this is cable row, which not terribly difficult of a cable. Nope, how about I don't split the stitch? That would certainly be of use. Which this yarn is kind of splitty, and this is my less pointy of my size 1 needles, so that's why I'm going with these. There it is. And other side here. And there goes the last bit of cable. And then after this is, at least for the front side, knit my knits and purl the pearls for 6 more rounds again. Which I should probably at least get to 1 more cable, not get all the way to about where I need to be for the start of the heel in this next hour, but we will see. No guarantees on that, but given its tiny sock, which this is 36 stitches, so this is literally about half of what I do for a me-size sock. Also, even though that bit's purple on my bracelet there, the camera's just like emphatically blue, but given I tweaked the white balance, figured. That's the, yeah, indeed. Which this is my 5th pair, and then I'll need to weave in the ends and then do the stuff, because I have some bits of watercolor paper I sketched on last night, which I'll be doing the watercolor bit. I thought about doing it on stream, but I didn't feel like dragging everything on over here. That, or worrying about drying time. That's my only thing when I'm streaming, when stuff takes forever to dry, although it helps to be able to work on different sections that I don't have to worry about how long stuff takes to dry. And oh no, that's a pearl. That is a pearl. The last of those. No. Uh-oh. Something is missing. Yeah, I think. Oh, okay, that would be why I accidentally put those two together. Let's see. Yeah. Alright. If you're set, that's fair. And unfortunately not, because this is actually not a full-size table. This is actually not a table, period. This is literally, you know those desktop tables? The pull-out part for the keyboard? This is the part where the keyboard would rest on? Fortunately, my room does not accommodate for an actual table. I would love it to, but it does not. Yeah. My room is small, which this is my bedroom, hence the bookshelf behind me full of stuff and things. Also, speaking of stuff and things, I have not put pictures of this up on Instagram. I think I dropped a sticker. But I painted over the stitch marker box, and well, at least this is the top part, and this is what I have, which I think I'm gonna leave it like this, as is. Which, yeah, I put little stars on the side, which, this is the wash that I got, that I use for the stars here. I just really need to, more than likely, do a spray of the finishing stuff on here. Like, I figured you meant nice. I was like, it looks like lice. And I was basically doing this, which I hadn't realized, one of the paints had like a yellowish tone to it until I put it next to a bit of acrylic white, and I was like, oh, I did not notice that. That's more like a cream-ish sort of thing to it. Which I'm probably going to do the same to the bottom, which this was a couple of days ago. I had just painted it over because I didn't like the way the stars looked originally, because it had looked like a little bit too messy for my liking, so I was just like, I did it over. Which, this is the thing I just keep my stitch marker in. This is like one of those things I kept the past exercise watching, and I was like, I could use this for stitch markers. Which, they all fit in here perfectly, so that works. But yeah, it's a mixture of acrylic and wash, which I put the acrylic down first. I figured that was a better way to go about it. Yeah, I don't get to do that terribly often, but that one just occurred to me. I was like, that works. Which also, that reminds me, I wonder if I can use that fabric for the inside of the bag, since I have a plaid bed sheet that unfortunately has a tear in it, and I was just like, I could probably use it for the inside, maybe, of that bag that I still have not sewn. What came first? Knitting, painting, or... knitting, actually. I mean, technically, I've done art since, on and off since middle school, actually, but the thing I regularly did, knitting. Chainmail is definitely the more recent. It's been about 2 years for chainmail. About 2 years. Give or take. Last year being the black hole that it is. My brain is like, is it 2 years? Yeah, probably about 2 years or so. The chainmail. But yeah, painting's one of those things. It's slightly difficult for me. It's because sometimes I don't like how things turn out, and I'm just like, eh. Come on. There we go. That's one of those you kind of have to learn as you go till you get better at things. Although you can argue that of any medium, really. Yeah. Ah, no. Don't do that. There will be no losing stitches today. Thank you very much. Which I am honestly, well, actually no, I already have it like pre-set up as a listing of having baby socks as a thing I put in the shop, which I still need to see if there are any charities that possibly, you know, take baby socks, which more than likely they do. But I would have a thing like, you know, if you buy a pair, I give a pair to charity, sort of thing. And I think this is third round. Yeah, third round of that. Do 3 more rounds, and then we'll have a cable, so that hurt. That just scraped against my knuckles a little bit. Luckily, I was not pushing terribly hard, or else that probably would have hurt worse. Which, if I had gotten these done a wee bit faster, I probably would have made larger ones for the slightly older sister of this tiny human, which slightly older sister I believe is 2 now? And she looks a lot like her dad, and it's adorable. Oh, come on. Three, 4, 5. Nope. And keep splitting it here and there. Which, also, speaking of chainmail stuff, I might have to see about getting some more rings, but I think I'd rather wait until I get my payout, which is gonna be like the middle of the month. Which I kind of am annoyed that it's the middle of the month. I wish that it's like it could be either the middle or the end of the month. But, yeah. that happen? um, oh, so I could have made myself some tea during that break, couldn't have I? Oh well. Oh, whales. There we go. I think after this next round should be second cable, but let me double check the counting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Next round should be second cable. Which this is going a wee bit faster given this is like one sole cable on here. And again, this is not a complex cable. This is not like one of those Celtic cables where I usually have to watch every round, which I have not done one of those. I did that for those shorty socks. I will eventually do that again. Maybe the next time I knit myself a pair of socks. Although that'll likely be after mission socks, once those get started. I still have my shorty socks hanging out on the needles. Although I have not gotten to working on those today. Not yet, anyway. Although I don't think I'll have the time to if I do what I'm doing. Which, it does suck. There are only so many hours in the day. You kind of want to do all the things, and it's just like... sleep is required, unfortunately. So... Space Queen Baby Cookies. I'm getting some interesting names today. Thank you for the follow. Hello! How are you doing? How is your Wednesday? I hope you are well. Nope, how about I don't do that? And welcome. Do you do any sort of crafting, which that is not required to hang out here? I'm just curious. I'm working on fraternal baby socks because unfortunately I don't have enough of this respective color to make second baby sock. Ooh, what are you knitting? And also, yay, coffee. I miss coffee. I miss coffee. Although I have black tea, so that is a good substitute for coffee. I'm keeping on, keeping on. Not the greatest, but could be worse. No, we don't doing that. There we go, it's split stitches. On the end of off. Nice. What pattern is it? Which, if you're following a pattern, or are you doing this, you know, based off your own skills? Which either way is cool. Which, if you want to share a link to the pattern, make sure to tell me first, because I have link protection on. I don't want to get eaten by the bot. Come on. Nope, don't do that. But yeah, I have a sweater whip hanging out on the needles, which I have not gotten to touch in a while. I'm way too busy. I might pull it out. Augustine's number 7. Is that a Ravelry pattern? Which, given the whole Ravelry is hard for some people to see. I'm gonna go. Yes, it is Ravelry. Okay. Da, 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 da. It does show up on Pinterest and Reddit too. For anybody who wants to check out the pattern, I just grabbed it here, which, be forewarned, it is on Ravelry, so in case you can't look at the thing, I is very sorry. There we go. Which, oh, that looks fun. That is a lace sort of thing. Yeah, that's lace. Because I'm so used to the colorwork yokes, which I know that's not the sole way you can make a sweater. I like that, but I have not seen anything like this. It is certainly interesting, but also very pretty. Yarn held together. Okay. And I'm presuming it should go fast, given this is yarn held together and also size 8 and 10 needles, if you're using those sizes. Designer has her own. Okay. I didn't see it when I put in the thing in the Google machine. Oh, I just did cables. That's why. I was like, what was I doing? Yeah, I just did another cable round. That's what I'm doing. Also, if I wander out of frame, that is my bad. That is a thing I do. Especially when I'm trying not to lean too heavily on my makeshift table area here. That is a thing. So I think once I get to second break, I think I might go on for a bit longer since, you know, again, I don't want to go all the way to 5, but I don't want to cut it short at 4 o'clock, and then, which at that point I might switch over and do a wee bit of sketching for some stuff I'll be doing off stream today. At least that's the plan. Whoops. How about I don't split it? Also, let's make sure that's 8 stitches. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's 8. Come on, please don't split. Come on. I said no splitting. Come on. Which, for anybody who's not been here, has not seen, this is the 5th pair of small human socks I've been making. Which I do hope I get to send them out this week. If not, I will probably send the stuff I want to send out Monday. I don't stream on Monday. I usually prefer to send out stuff on days I'm not streaming just because it makes life a lot easier about making sure to catch the postman. Especially given they sometimes don't like to ring the doorbell even though you specify please ring the doorbell. Because A, I don't like leaving packages out there, although I've not had anything stolen, but I personally prefer to have it in my hands up until, you know, they show up and I can hand it to them. I know that they are safe. Also, I'm probably gonna stare at tracking on my headphones, which the warranty god smiled upon me with these headphones. Although these specific headphones are apparently out of stock. I think I mentioned this yesterday. Ooh, Christmas ornaments. That is awesome. But yeah, with the headphones, they're basically going to send me something similar since this specific one is out of stock. Which, yeah. Better than waiting. Or at least having to do everything at the last minute. Because I know sometimes it's procrastination. Other times it can be, you know, life has been crazy and you can't do anything. Until the weeks before. Which is why I tend not to do the Christmas crunch. I mean, if I get orders, that's one thing. Going in, okay. You're still very much early. So that sounds very, very cute, an ornament exchange. You know, so basically you're knitting tiny socks along with me. Yay! I know, yeah. Once you get back to the start of school stuff and things, you definitely will not have time to do these. So that makes complete sense that you would do those. now rather than waiting until later. Which I was thinking September, but I know you guys start earlier since you guys end earlier. So you start, like, I presume, like, the next 2 weeks? Approximately the next 2 weeks? Alright, and... by the shop, and after having the so basically using that as a booster just to make sure. Yeah, I completely understand, and given where you are, that is probably a sound decision, especially given I think what J&J loses like is its effectiveness after like a couple of months. But I think most, if not all of them, do. There. But yeah, that is completely fair. And probably a good thing. Allowing... I hadn't heard of that. I forget if the other two are slightly more effective in the long run compared to J&J, or is it pretty much the same? I'm not sure. I don't get him playing the... Okay, I wasn't sure if you were planning to get both or just one. Oops, I was about to pearl when I'm not supposed to pearl. The stories I've read only mention... Okay. Yeah, I have no frame of reference for that, so I have absolutely no clue. I wasn't sure if you get just one or get both. But I imagine they also want to figure out the effectiveness of getting, one as a booster or getting, a different vaccine. In fact, experts say and got the other one too. Okay. How many rounds until my third cable? Which I think I do hit the third cable. Yeah. No, a little bit after that is... Oh no, never mind. It's literally like... Okay, 1, 2, yeah. Nearly the start of the fourth cable is where I get past on the heel. Alright. Good to know. Yeah, mohair is warm and also fuzzy. So I imagine that would not work out in the middle of summer. But certainly once it gets colder. Depending on where you are. That should definitely help warm you up. Yep. Which Atomic Stacy, who also streams, she has a sweater going on. Yeah, still going on. If I'm not mistaken, that has mohair added to it, which I have not personally used mohair, but yeah, mohair is like alpaca and the fact that it gets fuzzy and all that. There we go. Yeah. I was like... But given, inside equals AC all the time, you'll still get some use out of it, I imagine. I dropped a stitch, but luckily I saved it before it went down terribly low. Plus it's on the back side, so... Thankfully, nothing of an issue. Yeah. Is this cable round or not cable round? I forget. Once I do these pros, I will check. I think it's this round. If not next round, that is the cable round here. Come on. Please don't do the thing. Let's see. Pretty sure this is it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it looks like it, but 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 5. And why is that? I didn't drop a stitch anywhere. But let me count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yeah, it's 5. Yeah, so after this round would be cable round. I will just knit the knits and purl the pearls for this round, and then I will take my second break. Yeah, I'm pretty close to doing the heel on this sock here. There you go. Yeah, I definitely got a bit done in 2 hours. Oh, so it looks like it's definitely a good thing I didn't try and go for yarn chicken, because I don't think I would have made it. Because I realized that as soon as I was getting close to the heel, I was like, I don't think this is going to make it through the foot and the toe. Nope, don't. Okay, OBS, let's not with the red square of death again. Calm yourself down, man. Although my drop frame rate has been pretty good today. Like, knock on probably fake wood, but whatever. Alright, so as you can see, read close to, yeah, because about here is where the cable is, and then I think it's like maybe 1 or 2 more rounds after that, and then it's heel time. I'm gonna do that later because that heel requires a bit of stitch marker at some point, but I'm gonna go take my break, come back, do a little bit of sketching of stuff, and for like 20-30 minutes, and then call it a stream. I'm gonna have to move around the setup just a tiny bit, but I will be back in usual 5 to 10. But yeah, back again. Also, no, you can't. As you can see, I switched over the art for a little bit, and I think I need to turn down the gain a bit given there is very much white. So, do that. Although the gain's pretty, like, in the middle. Okay, there we go. The fact that the paper is reflecting light off of there, making it a lot worse. But yeah, I'm not going to do the painting. I'm just sketching these so I can paint them later. Where's pencil? I need an eraser here. I was using black before, but let me use this dark blue. Which, given when I paint these, I like to tape these down with some washi tape. I'm trying to make sure I leave at least a little bit of room for a border. I have one that's a cactus that is already taped to a thing I usually paint on. I'm not fully erasing, I'm just lighting it a little bit. Oh, whoops. So I moved it up a little bit. No, I moved it down rather. There we go. Thank you. I thought I was too high rather than too low. My bad. Lighten this down a little bit. I think I could use a tiny bit more grass in here. I am going to start coloring in using the watercolor pencils. I have an idea of where I want what. I'm not sure if I'll have any line art on this, but that'll probably be later on. Alright. Grass has always been one of those things that are kind of weird. I mean, to draw. I want to have. I could just like a plain blue sky, or a little bit overcast. Let's modify that just a hair. Oh, I could stand the sharpness. Okay, that's a little bit better. Keep it. I wasn't entirely sure about these clothespins when I was first sketching them. I like them a little bit better now. I'm still gonna have to lighten this up, but I just want to make sure that I have everything where I want it to be. Alright, that's a little bit better. Maybe shadow on the inside of this. Let's see. So, this bit definitely brown. which shade of brown? Which I have a swatch thing of all the colors. Okay, probably that for the brown. For 11. Which one is this? 3. Where are we? 343. Which one is that one? Oh, that's that one. Probably gonna watercolor. Since this is watercolor paper, I've cut into 4ths actually. I'm just sketching out what I want and I'm gonna figure out. I'm not gonna apply water onto here, I'm just gonna apply general color. Which also might add a little bit of gouache and some pastes to avoid going over areas way too much. Which, you know, given this is the Anson XL watercolor paper, so it cannot stand up to terribly much in the way of going over places. Let's see. Let's check out my greens. Alright. I'm gonna probably need a couple of shades of green. Also, what is this? Bluish gray. Can maybe put that for that. Blue green. Which one is that? 640. Okay, that's that blue. And this is what? 727. Which is somewhere around here. Oh, that's that color. Okay. And then let's see. Oops, is that 577? Where is that? Somewhere around here. Oh, that's this one. Nah. Don't like that color in that. Although I do want to have some warmth in there. It's gonna look a little depressing if I have too much in the way of cool tones hanging out. Okay, violet medium. Yeah, that'll add a little bit of warmth in there. I'm gonna put these for the general stock colors. And then let's see how I feel. I'm trying to be careful and plan this out. Also, let's check out what these greens are gonna look like. What is this? 614. That's this green. 618 is that green, and then this is probably 633. Yeah, that's that really, really light green. I will probably keep all of these for now. Although I do have a darker green than I think this hanging out in there for now. Let's see. Sketch pencil. These two. Which one do I want? This feels a bit more like mud color-wise compared to 403, which this is dark. Or I could just combine the two color-wise and maybe use them for a little bit of shadow. That is also a possible idea. So let me get at least a bit of the blue off here, because this blue is going to bleed into the watercolor once I activate it with water at some point. Also, I haven't decided what color that thing is going to be. Probably stand to be like a neutral color. Or maybe one of the grays, because I have a couple of grays. Let's see. But I think one of the lighter grays I would want. I feel The darkest gray I have would be too dark. Let's see. This gray, and this gray. Alright, so we have... Yeah, I think from like light to dark is like this. One of you. Oh, no, don't do that. Okay, that's 701. Do we have 701 here? I don't think I have 701 in my hand. Okay, yeah, 701's not in my hand. Okay. Seven. Although, I don't think there's any on the... Yeah, they all fit on the front side for this swatch card. Let's see. 739 is which one? Where are you? I don't see a 739 on here. Although I swear I swatched it. Okay, 728's this color right here. So the really, really light gray. Yeah, I don't see 701, and that's the only real gray. There's 734. And none of these in my hand are 734. That is weird. Also interesting. I swear I have them there. I think I will go cold gray light, warm gray light. Oh, this is olive green. That's why I was like, why does this look weird? This is a green. This is olive green. This is 620. That's right there. It's like, that looks weird. That is not gray. Because it's not gray. And then 739. Yeah, I'm not seeing that there. Weird. This is if I'd want deep shadows in that thing. I think I'd probably keep it with these two. Alright. Let's bring this back over here. Do. Alright. Yeah, I can lighten it just a little bit more here and there. I just want to make sure that blue does not bleed in. Because that shade of blue pencil is very prominent when it wants to be if it bleeds into stuff. Which I have learned that the hard way. Alright, so... Although I guess I should have sharpened that, but I'm gonna go very light. Oh, so I haven't decided what color the clothesline will be. Although I think I could just use one of the sparkly gouache colors and then put that on there. Alright, that does there. With these colors. Let's see. That's the grass. So let's do socks and see how I feel. Oh, that was the one I was looking at. I wanted this color to make sure there's a nice warm focal point to it. And that'll draw the eye up in this direction. And bluish green. I would sharpen this pencil, but this one, if I remember from the last time, I think kept breaking on me. I kept trying to get a better point, so I am leaving this one alone here. Alright, and yeah. Let's try this one. Maybe one of the lighter grays I have hanging out in front of me for that other stock. Yeah. Yeah. Which one is this? Warm? Yeah, warm gray lights. I'm probably going to lighten a couple of areas before I put down this first wash of color. Let's see. I don't want it too saturated. She says as she puts down more pencil. Alright. I forgot about the sock that I have peeking out of there. What color do I want that to be? Also, yeah, I think I just might make this light wash of this deeper gray I have hanging out here for a first pass. Use a bit of that from the inside. You want a green or a different shade of blue? I think I'd rather a different shade of blue for that sock hanging out over there. Which blue shall it be? I have a couple of options hanging out here. I don't need something stupid saturated, but which that's, what is 517? Yeah, 517 is that one. Or I could do this. There's Severus Green Light, which is 658, which is this color over here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this color. Oh, you can't see that because that's out of frame. Still slightly out of frame. There we go. So it's light pastel looking color. Not terribly intrusive. Which, this is a shade I don't think I use terribly much with these watercolor pencils. And then probably this gray for the outside. Which I had thought about. I probably could have been able to do like a basket weave sort of pattern. Alright. So there's that, and then let's see. Are we gonna go from dark to light or light to dark when it comes to the grass? Which I haven't planned on, like where I would have like the horizon line really being. But I'm gonna have a bit of sky in there. This one's next to the basket can obviously be a bit dark. There's gonna be a wee bit of shadow going on. I think, like, you know, darkest near the front here. Which I've only put like a couple of blades just to give, you know, the illusion of grass without having to, you know, draw every single blade of grass. Which can be absolutely maddening. And back there can be one of the lighter blades. Which, given I'm using the same colors for the ground, I might have to add a little bit of line art at some point. Separate that blade of grass from the ground. Oops. And get into the purple. That one. So I'm basically going to be hanging out here until the pre-roll goes off, which pre-roll is going to be off in like a couple of minutes, like about 5 or less. I just didn't want to stop at the 2-hour point because that feels way too short for me, because I've gotten very much used to doing 3-hour streams, but definitely don't feel like doing 3 hours today. I'll be real honest with you. Let's see. Oh, wait, no. Tape's gonna be right there, so that part technically doesn't matter. Or also, I can maybe, I want to sketch in like a bit of mountains in the although I'm going to have a little bit more grass hanging out. Plus it'll have to be a wee bit faint to give the sense of distance. I was gonna draw trees, but I don't want to deal with the texture of that right now. I'll be real honest with you. What else? I have to figure out a blue for up here, because, you know, the sky exists. Oh, more of it. Yeah. Which I'm gonna have to probably use some of my tinier brushes for some of these details. Whoops, and I am leaning on the table again. Well, leaning on it hard enough that that started moving, which is never a good thing. This is lighter brown. Although the good thing about watercolor pencils is the fact that I can erase a little bit off of here after I apply the water, but it has to, you know, fully dry because, you know, graphite. Let's see. I like a sunrise or sunset if I did apply color. So... And, alright. No, I have not applied water. I'll probably do that right after stream, but that about puts us at the end of our last pre-roll turning off the thing point, so I think I'm gonna call it here. I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me as I did the thing, make tiny socks, and do a wee bit of art stuff. And actually, let's actually go to the face cam, you know, like I'm supposed to. There I am. Hello. So I am gonna head off here, although I probably should see if I can go host somebody. I don't have to, but usually I prefer to go host some friends. Where am I? There we go. Prefer checking the Twitch thing. I like this. Thank you. The mountains were honestly just a last minute thought. I kind of wanted to at least look forward. I will definitely throw on some pictures on the art Instagram. Alright. There's a bunch of people on, actually, in crafting. Let's see. Azure Koi is doing some embroidery of a Flareon. There we go. I was about to say Flareon. The hell. So I think we're gonna go check that out. I'm gonna go host. There's like 6 people hanging out in there. Hopefully technical issues are not happening, because she's had that happen a couple of times I've popped in there. And hopefully it should be fine now. And make sure that's not the raid thing. And I'm gonna let the commercial go through, but thank you. Let's see. Standing for the resub, I do appreciate it. Strawbrios, if that's how you say your name, thank you for the follow. I hope you enjoyed hanging out here. And Space Queen Baby Cookie, thank you for your follow as well. I will be back again Friday. At least I plan to be back Friday. And there shall be crafts. So I will hopefully see you guys then, and hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again. Bye! There we are.